Here are the 12 traits of a narcissist. 1. Inflated self-importance and entitlement. The narcissist is completely ruled by their ego, which has created a false self and an entire fantasy reality for them to live in. Their ego is so powerful that it genuinely has the narcissist believing in the delusional version of reality, telling them that they are superior, perfect and entitled. They view everybody else as being below them, who merely exist to serve them. 2. Low empathy. Narcissists have low empathy since their ego can only function through the lower vibrations of hate, greed, envy, manipulation, control and competition. They do have enough empathy to know how things may affect others, but their absence of compassion means that they simply do not care. Your feelings are nothing but an inconvenience to the narcissist. 3. Craving external validation. For the narcissist's false reality to stay afloat, they need constant validation from the outside world, reflecting back to them that the delusion really is real. The constant attention and admiration that they seek is called narcissistic supply. If narcissists go too long between hits of supply, their false reality will quickly begin to fade, because it's nothing more than an intangible illusion. 4. Manipulative behavior. The narcissist's entire psychological survival relies on them manipulating others, so that they can pilfer their much-needed drug, narcissistic supply. But no one is going to willingly hand their energy over to an energetic vampire, leaving the narcissist with no choice but to use coercion and manipulation instead. 5. Extremely controlling. The whole existence of the narcissist's false self is precariously balanced on their ability to control every aspect of themselves, and those around them. It's the only way for them to constantly uphold the version of reality that they falsely believe to be true, otherwise their entire house of cards will fall down. 6. Lack of accountability. Narcissists cannot accept any responsibility for their negative behavior, because that would be to admit that they're not superior, special or flawless after all. That is a fate worse than death to the narcissist, so any evidence that goes against their fantasy must be annihilated at all costs. 7. Boundary violation. Narcissists are famous for their ability to smash through people's boundaries and not see a problem with it. They don't respect other people as autonomous beings with their own needs, therefore they do not care about the boundaries of others. Their entitlement has them believing that they should be able to access and take whatever they like, without consequence. 8. Fragile self-esteem. The narcissist's fragile ego is only ever a few inches below the surface, which can be seen in how quickly their moods can shift. Narcissists are extremely sensitive to any perceived slights against them, because they simply cannot accept any fraction of information that goes against their false self. Their ego is always on tenterhooks, waiting for an attack so that it can shoot it down as fast as possible. 9. Emotional volatility. When a narcissist is getting a great dose of admiration or attention, they will go into narcissistic elation, where they can be funny, charming and lots of fun. However, once the supply starts to wane, they quickly drop into narcissistic depletion, which is like a come down. To stop themselves from falling, they'll explode those unwanted feelings outwards. This is where they'll rage, gaslight, devalue and project onto the nearest person, seemingly out of nowhere, so that they don't have to bear the burden of their unhealed wounds. 10. Fantasies of success and power. Due to the narcissist's belief in superiority, comes delusions and fantasies of success, power, riches, fame, or whatever else it is that they feel entitled to. In most cases, they have no intention of legitimately earning these things. They expect the good things in life to be handed to them on a silver platter, simply for existing. 11. Exploitative and predatory behaviors. Narcissists are predatory by nature as they do not have the resources to fulfill their own needs from within. They must exploit others and coerce them into handing over their energy and resources, because it's the only tool they've got. They view the world as eat or be eaten, which is why, if you go against their agenda, they'll set out to destroy you before you can destroy them first. 12. Chronic feelings of emptiness and boredom. Narcissists battle chronic feelings of emptiness due to the gaping void within, that used to house their true self. The narcissist can't fill that black hole without reviving the connection with their true self, which is impossible in this lifetime. They're destined to spend the rest of their lives chasing short-term fixes of attention, validation and adulation, just so they can abate that emptiness for brief moments.